Now this is the best way, they say, to begin your work week. The weekday starter edition of Wake Up Nigeria is definitely geared towards making sure you get a fun boost to your fun time.
Absolutely. Fun times indeed we have in store for you guys, each and every single one of you who's out there who's tuned in. And thank you very much for choosing us, by the way.
Yeah.
We're glad to be that big start to your weekday mornings. Please stick with us. We've got everything sorted for you guys. So go the distance with us throughout the entire week, will ya?
Now you've seen how great we look. I guess you already know what to expect for Monday. Just stay dialed in because you need to be ready to go the distance with us right here on Wake Up Nigeria.
Absolutely. Welcome indeed. We sure couldn't wait for the week to get started. And of course, hey, we got everything prepared for you all through the weekend. Now that you're here, let's go with that good time. Let's let it roll already. Welcome. So it's going to be a fantastic one.
Yeah.
I will be asking you what your weekend was like, but I did have a very restful one, if I say so myself.
Really?
Actually. Yeah.
You were active this weekend?
No, not really. Friday I might have been. We went out. And then Saturday and Sunday, most of it I spent horizontal.
What? Oh, sleep.
Yeah,
very
indeed.
important.
Very important.
That's a very important job. Sleeping is a very, very important aspect of your life.
Yes, indeed,
you need to
it
take
is.
more seriously. But there are going to be some other really interesting discussions dialed in just for you on this weekday. So you need to make some plans to stay right there. Or if you need to do anything, get it done quick so that you can stay right here with us.
Yes, indeed. I've got a nugget for you guys. If you guys plan on getting it done quick, hey, you might as well go it alone. But if you plan on being happy while you're doing that, you should go with company. And that's us. Thank you very much. Welcome. My name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilayo Oyinson. You can see us live on Channel 16 on GoTV or Channel 49 for UHF. Remember, you can also stream the show at tvcentertainment.tv. That's our website. And on facebook.com/TVC Connect.
You should also download the app on any Android or iOS phone. All you need to do is search us out and hey, put us on your phone, carry us with you every single place you go. On social media, we're at TVC Connect. And remember the hashtag, it is Wake Up Nigeria on TVC across all social media platforms.
So what do we have in store for today?
Joining us for a bit of motivation today, Gabriel Balogun. He's a seasoned business strategist and also motivational speaker. He joins us to discuss harnessing positive thinking for professional success. So join us then with him. And after that, we are going to be joined, well, with the beautiful vocals of Aziz Quadri. He's also known as Quadruple. He's a young upcoming act from Bariga, Lagos. His talent, they say, is set to take over the music scene. He's yet unsigned, but with big hopes of landing that major music deal. Well, we get to enjoy his music right here today.
And then finally, on the SME segment for today, we'll be discussing small business successes with Ogunbumi Olajide, a certified home therapy doctor. Now, he established Sleeky Herbal Clinic in 2017, a year after he was certified by the Lagos State Traditional Medicine Board. So we are going traditional medicine today. We're going to find out a little bit more about how that type of business works. You know, so there's something that my parents have always done is use home vegetables, like vegetables you can get at home or in the market, to sort of prevent or cure some certain ailments, you know, like home remedies. A lot of people know about the honey, ginger, lemon remedy.
That's for what now?
That's for colds, catarrh, sore throats. You know, then there's ginger, and then there's garlic. So garlic is sort of like its own antibiotic.
Garlic is a very powerful, what do you call it?
Incredible.
Powerful, what is it?
What?
Can't remember what. But it's very powerful. However, you have to pay. You have to pay the consequences for that.
What?
Because of that.
Oh, okay.
Smell.
So there are tricks to avoiding that.
Or cutting it in slithers, yeah?
No, so don't even cut it at all.
Really?
So you just take the whole clove and just swallow it down.
You know, it comes out of your skin, that smell.
Yeah, but if you swallow the whole clove, it won't come out of your mouth.
I love the taste. I hate the smell.
Yeah,
In
well.
fact, after working inside of a studio for 15 years, I had a rule.
Okay.
You will never eat garlic and come into the studio because we've got no windows.
Yeah, people might start thinking you're a vampire.
So I remember this one time. This one time we had the intern who loved garlic, and he came through. And we could smell it. It was very powerful and present.
Wow.
And I ordered him to walk out. He never forgave me for that one. It was very embarrassing for him. But I had to explain to him that, no, it's not because, you know, I want to be evil. It's just that the smell's going to remain here. And we've got guests coming in all the time.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that, but even all over the world, it's being acknowledged that more herbal remedies are being put in the forefront, as opposed to what the big pharma have been pushing out. People are leaning towards, more home remedies now than ever before.
In any case, you guys are welcome for the Monday edition here for Wake Up Nigeria. And you're welcome back. Let's start this with the news. My name is Mazino Pil. Now, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will later this week travel to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to participate in two major summits. The special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Ajuri Ngalale, disclosed this at a media briefing with State House correspondents on Sunday. He says the president's attendance at the Saudi Africa Summit on the 10th of November and the Arab-African Summit on the 11th of November is not unconnected with his bid to attract direct foreign investment into Nigeria. Ajuri Ngalale also reiterated President Tinubu's resolve to restore the Nigerian economy by pushing for a new inflow of foreign exchange into the Nigerian economy.
That not just Africa presents, but that Nigeria itself presents. We are expecting that the outcomes of this summit will lead to very tangible results with respect to an increase in trade between not just the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, but all Arab nations, and especially the leading economies in Africa, of which Nigeria is now #1. So we believe there's a lot to be gained from these two summits.
Now let's bring you an update on the fight against illicit drugs, as operatives of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency say they have recovered about 14 million pills of tramadol and bottles of codeine syrup worth over 13 million naira from suspected drug cartels operating in Amuodofi, Idumota and the Sacho Shed of Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos. The intelligence-led operations began with a raid of a house in Divine Estate, Agao Palace area of Amuodofi, where 490,000 pills of tramadol and 81,519 bottles of codeine syrup were recovered. A statement by the agency's spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, said NDLE operatives searched a secret warehouse allegedly operated by a billionaire Idumota trader at Onitire Aguda area of Surulere, where pills of tramadol were recovered in a similar operation. Meanwhile, operatives also arrested 3 blind men operating an illicit drug ring between Lagos and Kano, and the sustained operation of the agency also led to the arrest of suspects and recovery of illicit substances nationwide, including Edo State, where a cannabis farm was destroyed. Outside Nigeria now, Pope Francis on Sunday renewed his call for an end to the Hamas-Israeli conflict. The religious leader called for the release of hostages and humanitarian aid for Gaza, describing the situation as very serious. Hamas militants stormed into Israel from the Gaza Strip on October 7th, killing at least 1,400 people and taking 240 people hostage. According to Israeli authorities, in the deadliest attack in the country's history since. And Israel has relentlessly bombarded the besieged Gaza Strip in response, killing more than 9,770 people, mostly women and children, according to the Hamas-run health ministry. The Pope had previously pledged for an end to the conflict and the humanitarian aid to be allowed into the Gaza Strip. Welcome once again. It's the start for Wake Up Nigeria for a Monday edition. We'll be back.
Even when I fall your hand, you still they hold my head. That's the line right there.
Okay, I think I know what you're talking about. By the way, welcome, Winfrey. Good to have you in all green. Lovely little bow tie there. Over the weekend, I met a baby. She's 5 years old, and she looked exactly like you. It was like a younger form of Winfrey.
Seriously?
Yeah. She was a bully, by the way.
She was a bully.
Yeah, a bully. She was bullying all the 8-year-olds.
Whenever a compliment comes from Azina, just
It's always
take it with a pinch of salt.
No, as a girl, a 5-year-old being a bully, I think I like it.
In any case, we started this segment with Titi giving us a rendition of that track by Moses Bliss.
Yes.
That's the one, yeah?
Daddy, where they pampa.
Yeah.
Daddy,
There's a reason why she's
where
singing that song. Because over the weekend, we had that video circulate on social media of actress Ekene Umenwa, I think that's her name, at her wedding. It was a very interesting video. Now, she was surprised by her husband of 1 hour with the appearance of, I think, who must have been her best gospel singer.
well.
It was a great event. It was a great instance and everything. But what really got social media abuzz was her reaction to his presence at her wedding. She not only was elated, but she proceeded to grab him at many instances kneeling in front of him, holding him,
hugging him,
real tight. And if you ask me, I would say, in the presence of her husband, who was trying to get her, like, baby, don't do no, don't.
Are you sure? Are you sure that was what
That's
the
what it
husband was
seemed like
thinking?
to me. Oh. But people were asking, people were saying, and there was one caption I read: "May you not be this embarrassed of your wife when you get married." I wouldn't go that extreme, but I would just say, or maybe I should let you tell first.
No,
Winfrey, please, what did you
say.
think of the
No,
incident?
you should totally.
No, I've
say.
been talking since. What did you think of the incident?
Okay, so first off, you know me now.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Winfrey, let's
Go ahead, go ahead.
okay, so I believe there's something called decorum,
So,
right? There's poise. I mean, there are ways you should behave when you're in certain places, even generally when you're outside.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So I just generally believe in people behaving well, being well-mannered.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So, I mean, that might literally mean, you have to maybe inhibit some expressions and all of that. But then again, in that kind of situation, of course, it looked weird. When I saw it, I'm like, what's going on? Why are you kneeling down?
who's the husband here?
Why are you, exactly.
What's going
And I
on?
think what actually got most people reacting the way they did was the fact that he now further held her.
Yeah,
Closer.
yeah.
Toward the groin region, I must say.
No.
Mazino.
I didn't see
Especially that
I didn't see that part. So I just felt that in that moment, yes, I think the main thing, the thing went off.
Yeah, it
at
just
her
went around.
first, before we saw that it was Moses Bliss, there was a reaction she had with some guy there where she was beating I'm like, what's happening?
Decorum.
Okay,
Exactly. So I just feel she's just overly
Now,
expressive.
Winfrey, let's
and
move on to
doesn't know
the advocate
where
for the
to
devil
put there.
herself.
I reject it. I reject it.
Titi, watch this.
Ha.
Watch this.
So, no, but in truth, she is a what? An actress.
Here we go.
She's an actress. She is
Are you acting your
dramatic.
wedding now? Your
She's,
wedding-
She's
Wait,
being
wait,
dramatic. I feel
Watch
like
until the end.
I feel like, yes, she was reacting in a dramatic way. And I feel like she was responding to the song, not to the performer himself.
really?
I've, there have been some instances where, God has just brought me through a lot, and that song threw me into a state
What happened
of...
to gyrating
This
in
song
ululation?
is a powerful
Titi.
song.
What happened in jumping up and
Daddy, where
happy?
they no matter how I fall your hand, you still they hold my head.
See,
I warned you guys, didn't I?
What's the color of my jacket?
It's green.
Lemon.
I think it's red. I think it looks like red to
let
me.
me land this plane. She's a dramatic person. She's overly emotional. There are some people that respond in a certain way. They're touchy-feely people. She's seeing a performer and he's performing a song that really connects with her, and she's responding to it in the most natural way at her wedding.
No, that didn't feel like
It's
an expression.
my
to a song.
party and I cry if I
Listen,
want to.
I want to go ahead
Cry
and I
if
want to read
want
something
to.
by
Seriously, it's her
a
party.
blogger, or rather, this is on Twitter. Okuyong, who's also a friend of mine, biker, by the way. He says, "Gentlemen, as much as you should settle with a woman that loves God, be careful not to settle with a woman that idolizes a pastor or a gospel singer. Talk more of a woman who spends quality time in church from Monday to Sunday." I'm just going to leave it there. He goes on to say more.
It's the song she's responding
No.
to. In
I
my
don't.
opinion.
No, I don't. I
Not
honestly,
the
I
person.
don't agree.
See,
I don't
listen,
agree with
Why?
you.
I think
In your opinion,
Winfrey
yes, but
hit
I
it-
don't
hit it
agree
right
with
on
you.
the hit the nail right
Decorum.
on it.
No, don't. When
Decorum.
I think of it, right? Decorum, yes. But then again, you remember, people used to faint when they see Michael Jackson. Yes.
Thank
No,
you.
don't get me wrong.
about
I'm
it.
not getting on your side. Don't get it twisted either. But my point is that I feel that was a lot.
Yeah.
The hugging, the kneeling,
Seemed a bit too
the
intimate.
grabbing. That
She's
I feel that was
dramatic.
no. That was not a matter of being dramatic. Titi, no, she should be dramatic and face her husband. Hello, the husband was right there.
The husband, too, that brought Moses Bliss.
No, I
He
also
must
feel,
have seen
I also
how she
feel
responds to that song.
Moses Bliss
and
also
knows
had
that she loves it.
responsibility.
And he brought
Thank you.
this
Let's talk
person.
about Moses Bliss. Now,
Moses
Moses Bliss
also
on his
had the
part.
responsibility
Now, if I was
to bear her
that,
back.
gospel singer and I see this happening, first thing that comes to my mind: respect. Respect
Yes.
not just you as the bride, but
But
your
the husband.
Exactly.
I will. Perhaps it will shock me, but you will tell by my body movement
But yeah, you
or
move away.
reaction that, perhaps maybe,
yeah.
Somebody in here just said that the gospel singer, there's nothing the gospel singer could have done. There's plenty that he could have done.
He could have shifted away.
First of all,
could have
there was no need
stepped
for
away.
him to hold her back.
Not trying
Because
to,
what
not
you're doing
even
is
trying
confirming
to,
that you-
exactly. Not even trying to.
He was in
not
the
trying to
spirit singing the song.
Not even trying to put somebody. Exactly. There's even that as well.
What?
You're a man of God. You're setting boundaries. Come on. You're not
Thank
at
you.
somebody's wedding. That's on one side. Then even when you see Tim Dakolo perform at weddings,
Yeah.
Tim Dakolo is literally hovering, first of all.
Exactly.
He's literally
Hovering around.
Exactly.
That's experience.
Around the couple
That's
intentionally
experience.
for a reason. I know I'm here,
their
I'm
moment.
a star,
It's
you
their
love
moment.
me,
But
but
it's
then
not
again,
about me.
I'm here for you guys. You
Yeah.
guys are together, I'm on the side. So I just feel...
Thank you, Winfrey. Thank
Well,
you,
I still say it wasn't about the guy, it
about
was
the guy,
about the
guys.
song. I don't think it was about the guy, I think it was about the
This
song.
is a PSA. Sometimes I wonder what it is like inside of Titi's brain. I would like to walk barefoot through
Okay,
it.
so
By the time I
there's so
come
many
out
things
from
that
the
are
other
going
side,
through a bride's mind at that point. God has brought me this far. Some
See, I was
people
a bride
said
once.
that I
Please
would
stop,
not get
please
married,
stop,
but I'm married
stop,
now.
stop.
All of those naysayers, my daddy really pamper me. Do you understand? She was in the zone. I don't know her, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to find a way to
Try.
justify the
Trying
emotional
really hard.
reaction.
Try.
Hopefully I did a good job. I can send you my account number, but it's fine.
Oh, is that it?
You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
you're
Ozito.
scarred for life. Ladies and gentlemen, tell us what you think. Use the hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. Don't be on her side. Okay? We'll be back. Stay tuned. And you're welcome. It's time for us to check out the dailies. Thank you very much for joining us and sticking with us. We have quite a number of them to run through today. And of course, I have with me here Mrs. Titi Onyesa. Of course. Welcome. Thank you very much. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
So we're
Ozito.
going to be going through the dailies. I think I have the Guardian, and that's where we're going to be starting with. You guys can join us as well. I'll follow through. We've got that on the screen right here. We've got these as headlines that will meet you if you pick up a copy of the Guardian. Corruption. Defiance to laws cost investors 1 trillion naira in property loss. That's a big figure. There's still more refineries. I'll hold NNPCL accountable for completion dates, says Lokwebiri. And SERAP sues Tinubu over alleged missing $15 billion, 200 billion naira oil funds. And of course, there is a chart there by the Guardian also regarding that 1 trillion naira worth of properties demolished in the last 14 months. That's regarding all the demolitions that have continued, trying to clear out the drainages in Lagos, especially in the Lekki area of Lagos. There are also the photo story here. Right next to it, Adilabu crash landing in Ibadan airport raises fresh concern in illegal charter operators. That's something of concern, and Atiku may be expelled from PDP, says former Vice President aide. And IGP affirms readiness for weekend's off-cycle gubernatorial polls, and plenty more inside of The Guardian. To accommodate the rest of the papers, let's move on to what you have now, Titi.
We have, of course, after The Guardian, we have the Tribune, Nigerian Tribune newspaper. It says here, Kogi, Imo, Bayelsa elections. IGP orders redeployment of Imo CP and begins distribution of new vehicles, security personnel. Story starts there on the cover and wraps up on page 22. CBN, however, remains focused on price stability, according to Cardoso. Why Naira regained strength at FX market, according to ABCON. There was a major drop in the cost, in the price of the dollar last Friday.
You're a bit too generous when you say major.
It was a steep drop. There was a steep red line on those charts, and nobody saw it coming. A lot of people were a little bit frantic about the
What are we
amount
at
of
now,
dollars that
950?
they had bought. It went down to about 950.
Yeah, 950.
Yeah,
That's not
but it was from 1,200 to 950. Now that was a big drop.
Oh, okay.
And people didn't see it coming, but there is this speculation that it's going to climb back up little by little. That
Don't jinx it.
well, speculation. It's all about the speculation. Yeah, don't sell those. Don't sell them yet. I'm thinking of the next story here. It says, says Sanwo-Olu commissions red line when you go overpass. That was a big event.
It was a big event, and a
on
lot
Friday.
of people are very enthusiastic about the red
Yeah.
line. I want to say, however, about the red and the blue line, kudos to the Lagos State government. Fantastic job. We see people actually clamoring to use these as their transportation into
Yeah.
the island. Great.
Yeah.
But there is something about the backlog or the volume of people, especially coming from the outskirts of Lagos, if you're coming
Yeah.
from the Badagry area and all.
Yeah.
If you wake up, for instance, at 4 a.m. and you
Yeah.
proceed to use the Mile 2 Clover to try to get to, well, wherever, you'd find a mass of people there. Now, these are people who have woken up at 3 a.m. or even 2:30 and have started their journeys all the way from
maybe
Agbara.
or Joe, yeah,
You know,
all the way.
but I agree. Now, the question is, that volume of people, can the red line and blue line, can they afford to cater for this? Do we have
So
more
when the
trains
Blue
coming?
Line was launched, it was at the event, it was said that it was aimed at getting about 500,000 people to and fro
Per
every
day.
single day. Now, the Red Line, during the launch events, they mentioned that it would take 500,000 people back and forth over the Red Line initially in phase 1, but then phase 2 is going to have an additional 500,000 people.
people.
So that's 1 million people plus or minus going back and forth. So I think that is a major, it's at least is a huge step forward. So let's just say
Not knocking it, I'm just
1,500
wondering.
people
That would
being
be good. That would
commuted
be a
every
good
day.
relief. A good relief from the vehicular traffic on the road.
Exactly.
Let's move on now to the Nation newspaper. We've got these headlines here. Why Central Bank must bring down inflation by Sanusi. Give a Greek priority. A lot of people have said this from before. Now, along with that goes the fact that you have to also make transportation for your agricultural products easier. That means you have to invest in roads, which is something that we know when it comes to Nigeria. The maintenance of roads has really crumbled. Cardoso, we are changing Apex Bank's policy direction. At the top 4 of the nation, NLC, Imo government clash over attack on Ajero's village, and Naira firm up will continue, APCON predicts. Dangote repatriates $687 million from African operations, and Jai's Bank grew profit by 74% in third quarter. President heads for Saudi with investment options. Of course, we had that in the news. And of course, to talk about bringing more investments or more eyeballs into the Nigerian economy by bringing in some more foreign investments. But for me, top on this one, the headlines here is focus on agriculture will help us out of the doldrums.
A lot of people don't realize that agriculture is literally the largest. It's the largest industry. It's the largest income. If you compare to other countries of the world, that is what many of these countries are surviving on. It might just be one cash crop that is in focus. It could be just coffee. It could be just cocoa. It could be just dairy. As long as you find one major agricultural product to focus on, you can change a nation. And hopefully, you know, we can refocus to agriculture. We still have one more paper?
Yes, we do. The Punch newspaper, of course.
Okay.
Off-season gubernatorial polls, 220 people patrol vehicles deployed in Imo, Kogi, and also Bayelsa State. IG to complete deployment Friday to redeploy Imo CP before polls. Ebetokun bars VIP escorts, orders personnel to curb vote buying and also violence. To the side of the photo story for the Punch, commander orders others killed as military bombards terrorists, and details of 70 recovered corpses with police, say Abia. At the bottom of the page for the Punch, Lautech students sue Makinde for relocating a Greek faculty. That's very interesting. Find that one on page 7, by the way. And trafficker excretes 86 heroin wraps. NDLEA seizes 14.4 million opioids. Israel gives condition for ceasefire. Deaths hits 11,000. Of course, the conditions are no ceasefire until we have the hostages returned. Of course, we remember the call from the Pope asking that this be settled. It's still ongoing. There's still plenty of bombardments, especially from Israel into the Gaza Strip, and it is becoming mayhem because they've done, it would seem, more harm than the other parties have. And it's a very sad situation when it involves women and children.
Even if you even go online and look at the military arsenal that both sides actually possessed before this started, you would already see that there was a David and there was a Goliath. And, you know, hey, I'm not sure if that slingshot was the best idea at that point in time. Well, I have a feeling they might be regretting it as at right now.
Let's hope that we don't get to find out how bad it can get or how Goliath it can get, if you get what I mean. Well, thank you very much, Titi, for joining me for the papers. It's always a pleasure to have you sitting here with me for the papers. Thank you also for joining us. Maybe you pick up one of the papers. If you have an opinion you want to share, do that online. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. We always love to read from you guys. We'll be back. We've got more coming your way. We're getting set up inside the kitchen. Let's see what's happening inside of there. Winfred with the green suit. Is that a suit? What is that? Is that lemon? Was that lemon or green?
That's lemon green.
It's lemon green. That's my best color, actually. Woo, look at that.
Okay.
It's so bright, I need sunshades.
Thank you and welcome into the Wake Up Nigeria Kitchen. It's a beautiful Monday morning and we're here to kick off the week with a very grand recipe. Really simple, but really grand, I must say. I have with me here Chef Adiola Folorenshaw, also known as That Happy Chef. Nice. Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Good morning. Thank you.
I think it's obvious why you get the brand name, That Happy Chef. Like, she just looks cheerful. She's default cheerful. That's amazing.
you.
Welcome to Wake Up Nigeria. How do you feel being here?
It feels amazing, trust me. Yeah.
All right, tell me, so what are we making today?
Okay, so this morning we're making chicken pepper soup.
Chicken pepper soup.
Yes.
Explain it, make it make sense. Because I can see plantain, I can
Yes.
see macaroni. First of all, let's
Yes.
go through the ingredients and then you
Okay.
explain to me, yeah.
So here we have macaroni, and here we have salt, here we have the chicken, here we have carrots, here we have plantains and the pepper soup spice with the seasoning cubes, and then pepper.
Okay, pepper. All right, so now tell me how we're making chicken pepper soup. And I'm seeing macaroni, I'm seeing plantain, and I'm seeing carrots. The pepper soup we know is the chicken pepper soup spice sensitive. Not pass like that.
So I'm being called Happy Chef for a reason. I have to
Okay.
make your tummy smile.
Wow.
But I'll give you the regular. I'll give you the regular with extra spice.
Regular with extra spice. All right, so now
Exactly.
run me through the mechanism, the
Okay.
process of
Okay.
bringing this to life.
Okay. So we start by boiling the chicken.
Yeah.
We go with the pepper. Then when it's almost cooked, like when it's like 10 minutes cooked, we add in the macaroni so it doesn't get softer
Too
than
soft. Okay,
exactly.
okay.
So when it's almost done, I add in the
Plantain.
I add the pepper soup spice, the seasoning cubes, and the salt. Then the pepper.
Okay.
So while everything is cooking up together, when it's almost done, I had my plantains
Okay.
and the carrots for garnishing.
All right. This
And
one
then I
is
serve.
pepper soup meal. It's not. It's not just
Yeah,
pepper
it's
soup,
filling, it's
right? Because
filling,
of course it's really filling. By the time you have plantain
Yes.
and you have macaroni, but then again, I've had several things. But then again, it's good to know that macaroni can be so versatile because some of us we have it with stew or sauce. Sometimes
Yes.
we have it with salad.
Yeah,
and
sure.
now in pepper soup, I've never tried that before. Is this your first time trying this recipe?
No,
There's no way.
I've done it 1,000
It's not
times.
to do.
No, at all. We don't do
Trial and
that.
error.
It's
All right.
tested and trusted.
It's tasted and trusted. Okay. All right. Now, so let's start. So what do we start with?
Okay, we
with our
start with-
chicken, I guess.
Yes.
Okay. So
Put our
that
pot
on
on the
fire.
fire just like this.
Yeah.
And
And then we put that. So tell me about your cooking journey. So first of all, how did you get the tag That Happy Chef? Because I believe branding is actually, is a lot, right? And it's very important,
Yeah,
right?
right.
And then I think that's a really catchy name. So That Happy Chef. How did it come about?
so, being someone that is always happy, there's no sad moment with me.
Wow.
So I don't get a spoon.
Are you sure?
Yes, there's no
Even in
happy.
Nigeria like this.
It doesn't
Do you want a
affect me.
tablespoon?
Okay, yes.
It doesn't affect you.
It doesn't
Please, you need
affect
to give us a secret. We
doesn't-
found someone that has hacked Nigeria. Please, how doesn't it affect you with everything
It
that's
doesn't
going?
affect me. Oh.
You definitely have a secret. What's the secret?
It's Jesus Christ.
It's Jesus. Awesome. Love it. Okay. So, were you the one that came up with the name, or was he your friend? How?
I did actually because I have a food brand.
Okay.
It's called Foods Ghetto.
Foods Ghetto.
Yeah, Foods Ghetto.
Okay.
Yes, so
From Happy Chef to Foods Ghetto.
I wanted to give it like a different name.
Yeah.
I wanted to do like my personal branding. That'll be different from the business. So I
okay.
chose That Happy Chef.
That Happy Chef. Amazing. How has that been so far? How long have you been cooking for now?
5 years.
5 years professionally.
Yes.
Why? What is it about cooking? Because some people think about cooking. My sister now, if you tell that girl to cook, she can swear for you. She thinks about cooking and thinks about stress. So how have you managed to? What is it about cooking that makes you happy and just keeps you going?
Okay, fun fact is I never get tired
You never get tired, like generally or cooking.
of cooking.
Of
Yes.
cooking.
I might get home like worked up like after 11 and if there's someone else that wants to eat and not just me, I'm always willing to cook.
You're always willing to cook.
Just like a therapy for me.
Just like a therapy.
Yeah,
Amazing. I mean, that's really, really good. I mean, you have a different type of strength that we don't know about because I'm cooking one dish and I need a full body massage, but it's okay. It's fine. Amazing. Okay. I mean, when it comes to branding, you thinking it that far, setting your business apart from me, I think that's good. So tell me about Food Ghetto,
Foods Ghetto.
right?
Okay,
Tell
Foods
me.
Ghetto is a catering and delivery company. Catering food delivery company.
Okay.
The catering and a food delivery company, sorry. So in Akure actually. I schooled in Akure.
Okay.
So I started the business based off my passion for cooking, but first of all, the hustle. I needed the
hustle,
extra
yeah,
cash.
oh, yeah.
So I
Yeah.
found that I could make soups for people and then deliver to
Deliver
them. So
to
from
them.
there it started
Yeah,
into
sure, yeah.
started growing and here we are today.
Here we are today
Yeah,
on Wake Up
and-
Nigeria. Amazing, amazing. I think you're doing amazingly well. And I think that's pretty great. So now we have our chicken cooking.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have in there
Soup spice.
pepper soup
I
spice.
just want to like for a bit, like
Yeah.
after like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I go in with
Most importantly, we're actually having for the viewers, chicken pepper soup. And of course, I still have that happy chef here. Okay, so now, chef, tell me, for those joining us, let's start all over again. What are we making today?
we're making chicken pepper soup today.
And for Mazino that doesn't pay attention, chicken pepper soup today. All right, tell me. So now we have some macaroni here, plantain, carrots, peppers, and
soup spice,
seasoning soup
cubes,
spice.
salt.
So we already have our chicken in our pots, right? Let's see
Yes.
that. Ooh, it looks and smells really good already. In there, what do we have in there?
We have pepper,
Yeah,
seasoning cubes, and our chicken.
and our chicken. So
Yes.
what is going in next?
Want to add more pepper.
The rest of the pepper.
Yes.
Okay, so that pepper, is it pepper mix or is it just pepper? And what type of pepper is it?
Habanero pepper, that is the popular rodo we have.
Rodo. Okay, so just only rodo.
Yes.
Yay. Problem. Okay.
worry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, and then
Yes.
what's going in
Go with the
next?
macaroni.
The macaroni will go in next. Okay. Mind you, we've been boiling that chicken for say what, 5 to 10 minutes, thereabouts. Okay. Then we're adding our macaroni now. And of course, macaroni doesn't take time
all.
to cook, so we don't have to leave it there for long. Just going to stir it. I'll definitely try this out. Definitely
You're
try
gonna
it.
love it.
And I love the fact that, I mean, it's pepper soup, but then again, it's something different, right?
And it's
It just
filling.
makes, yeah, because we know sometimes people put the yam in a pepper soup or sweet potatoes or plantain and all that, but then again, I've never thought of macaroni. People also eat pepper soup with rice, right?
Yeah, I do.
With rice,
I
so
love it.
yeah, but you can't put it inside like this. Just make it jollof.
No,
pepper
not
soup.
inside, like just serve as
That's
a
it on the
side.
side. Also,
Yes.
you can also remix it. She's trying. Yeah, everything
course,
is,
of course.
Everything is trying.
Content was
Can you pepper
contextualized.
soup rice to do jollof, Abi? I don't even know
No,
what
we
to
actually
say.
people actually cook pepper soup rice.
Pepper soup rice?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes, we do.
Wow. What ones we've seen this way? Anyways, in case you're just joining us, right there on the screen we have the recipe and the ingredients. We have turkey and chicken pepper soup. And of course, for that, we have turkey, plantain, pepper soup, spice, scotch bonnet, seasoning, salt, scent leaves. Different. Wow, no. That is that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, but back in here into the
Yes.
kitchen where we're actually doing what we're doing for today. Okay, so what did you do now? You did something while I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I added salt.
Okay,
No,
that's
salt.
listen. I need to see everything.
Okay.
I have some trust issues. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's actually come together nicely. So do we let that boil?
Yeah, we let it boil.
Okay. But the plantain doesn't go in
No,
yet?
not now.
Okay. All right. I mean, amazing. And I mean, we're almost, and I love it because it's also quick, right?
Yes,
It's a Monday. You don't spend all your days in the kitchen
all.
and all of that. Just quick fix, and then you're up to go. Right? Nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And that's it right here on Wake Up Nigeria. Right now, it is the top of the hour. We go all over again from the top. Do stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yes, indeed. It's the second hour for our Monday edition here. It's finally here, people. This is that 1 hour, the sweet spot for every single week. We like to see this hour as the seal that endorses the plans that you've set out for the week.
And yeah, we like to think it's our very own mark or stamp of approval. Even for us, see as much as it's designed to make it for your viewing pleasure.
Yeah, we
it's
also
something
enjoy it as
that,
well.
yeah, we have fun. We get a kick out of it because we deserve it as much as you do.
Thank you very much. I think we also do. We do deserve it. It's settled in. Hey, we agreed that it is by far the best 1 hour of every given week, at least the start. And then there's Friday when there's that final hour where we all always enjoy it as well. So there's two of them, I guess.
We're being a little bit more meticulous than usual. We put everything together just for you, and we're not going to wait too long before we get started.
Absolutely. Inside the kitchen is also very, very interesting happenings in there because we're having, what is it again, Winfrey? My age is getting to me. I can't remember.
Gets into your memory, right?
Yeah, what was that again?
It's chicken pepper soup with that happy chef. So yeah, chicken pepper soup is definitely on the way. Everything in the pan. We're good to go.
Fantastic. Well, we can't wait to have a taste of that. Won't let you guys wait too long for what we have for the rest of the show.
Rodo.
Rodo is the pepper, yeah?
Yeah, that's the hot pepper. She blended it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyhow, so
stuff.
let's let you guys know what's coming. Oh, before we get to that, we have something special for you guys. It's for social media.
Yeah.
Everything that's happened all through the weekend, we're going to be having Zaina pop in here to let us know what's been trending since.
Yeah,
Well, my name is Mazino Appeal.
And I'm Titilaya Oyinson. You can, of course, stream the show live on tvcentertainment.tv or on Facebook at TVC Connect.
Absolutely. Make sure you have the app on your phone so you can carry us with you any place you want to go.
Yeah.
Download it on iOS or on Google Play Store. It is available for free. You can use the hashtag while you're on our social media pages. It's hashtag Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. It's that simple. Okay?
Yeah. We're also live on GoTV, Channel 16 and UHF Channel 49. If you want to move about or you're not sure where to find us, those are our channels. Now, for what we have lined up for you today,
Yes, please let them know.
we'll be having someone join us for motivation. Gabriel Balogun, a seasoned business strategist, motivational speaker, he's going to join us to discuss harnessing positive thinking for personal success.
Now, after that, we will enjoy the beautiful vocals of Aziz Quadri, aka Quadruple. He's a young upcoming act from Bariga, Lagos. Now, they say his talent is set to take over the music scene. He's yet unsigned, but he's got big hopes on landing that major music deal.
Of course, the name of the song he'll be performing is Ologo. Can't wait. And then we'll be having SME. And we are looking at the Trado medical area today. The small business successes of Ogunbumi Olajide, a certified home therapy doctor. Now, he's established a Sleeky Herbal Clinic in 2017, and since then, he's been doing quite a lot. We'll be asking about the business side of things from the traditional medicine side.
Hello, welcome back to the show. It's still Wake Up Nigeria. It is time to check out everything that happened on X over the weekend. And today we'll be talking about Moses Bliss. Hi, and I'm doing this with Winfrey. Hi, Winfrey.
Hi, Zay. How you doing?
I'm good, Mommy. How you
My
doing?
girl. It's nice to be on air with you.
Yes, it's nice to be on here with you too. So now let's talk about the actress Ekene Umenwa. You guys spoke about it earlier on What's Up and About, and now we're going to be taking comments about that. I mean, you heard about everything that happened over the weekend at Ekene Umenwa's wedding, where she was surprised by with the appearance of Moses Bliss, the gospel singer, and Mama just went and started, oh, my spiritual daddy, is this, is that? And the husband was just there looking like, okay, you know what? Honestly, I don't think there's any problem with it. So far, the husband is okay with it, but I know you guys had a lot to say on social media. So now let's check out your comments.
Yeah.
Now we'll start with this person, Agbo Obinaya. As Agbo Obinaya said, dear future wife, please don't do this. You are chief's wife. Winfrey, I know you just got married, eh? I think that is, your marriage has been over a year now. Did your husband surprise you with any, you know?
Whatever. My husband surprised me with his presence. If you know him, you know
so
what
you're
I
telling me
mean.
that there's no gospel singer or any secular singer that you see now.
To be
and you
very
just
honest
fangirl.
with you, he actually asked me that question more than once. It's like, okay, fine. If I was to bring, you know how when men are trying to plan surprise, like if I was to bring, so who will it be? I'm like, guy, just bring the Holy Spirit.
It's the Holy Spirit that will make you remove your wig and say,
Do you understand?
I don't believe you, Winfrey, until I find that person that you like honestly will fangirl.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've seen that person yet.
You've not seen the person.
Oh, yes. All right, now
It's
let's
my
continue.
husband, to be honest. I'm not even joking with you, my husband. If you were there, you'd know.
You know, right? Okay, so let's take more comments. As Bugo Senior had to say, if the guest appearance was Victoria Orenze, no wahala. But imagine the case was reversed and the husband was reacting this way to Tiwa Savage, Lord. I mean, I honestly do not have any problem with this because if you're fangirling, you're just fangirling, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean...
Oh, really? You don't have a problem with this?
I do not.
Well, Zainab, I'll be at your wedding. If you try it, I'll off your wig.
I know you will.
They're like on this pump. So for me, I think, right, so what I noticed, so I actually was listening to something, I can't remember what exactly it was, but someone actually said something.
Yeah.
Someone said, if you're married to a king, there's a comportment you have.
Okay.
Do you understand? You can definitely just imagine that was like even like a royal wedding in Lagos. Or do you understand? There are certain behaviors and there are things that you just.
But are you not allowed to be yourself? I mean,
Yes, there's
if you
being
like
yourself,
somebody,
but
you're not allowed to
But there are
fangirl.
boundaries now. There are
There are boundaries.
And you
What
need
did
to
she do?
understand
What
that.
did she do that was really
There's
wrong now?
several times you see Davido performing. Sorry, let me use Burna Boy.
Okay.
It's a more practical example. You see Burna Boy performing and you see people running up to him.
Yeah.
He's not saying he's not a star, but still, I still have my personal space and I still need that. Do you understand? Fine. Then again, the person that actually surprised you was your husband. So I think it would have been a better thing if she was that expressive towards her husband in gratitude to this amazing surprise. Do you understand? Not to the guy. So yeah.
Okay,
But
okay.
anybody that sees that will think there was something there before.
Now, let me take this particular comment. This person had to say, Atinuke at Lady Gracia had to say she was overjoyed.
Yeah.
That's just a reaction to a pleasant surprise. This caption is misleading and instigating. I mean, from the captions that people have been putting us, she was just overjoyed, Winfrey. She was overjoyed.
I'm not taking that. I'm sorry.
You're
No,
not
of course, Instablog, they of course over incite with their captions. There's no
Yes.
doubt about that. But I watched the video and even before I read the caption, I'm like, yo, this is a lot.
This person is
This
your
is a
G.
lot.
This particular comment I'm about to take is actually your G. The
It's
person
my
said,
G.
this is totally wrong. At least have some dignity and respect for your husband.
Like minds now, you know.
Like mine.
Who's that G of mine?
Let me check his name. His name is Lord J at Anea J.
And like mine,
Like mine, think like Abby.
Yeah, and I think it's all because I love the fact that the guys are even commenting a lot to talk about how it will make them feel. And I feel that's really all that matters. And you could see that the husband was obviously uncomfortable. It was obvious.
But did you see the other video where they actually went on bended knees and they were praying, they were doing all sorts? I mean, if
So now what's that action of hers has distracted from all of that. So a lot of people won't pay attention to that.
they won't pay attention to
They
that.
won't pay attention to that.
Okay, honestly, I think this is all we have on social media for now. We'll go on a quick break. The show continues. It's to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you, Zay.
Thank you, Mommy, for doing this with me. Bye.
Hello and welcome back. You're still watching Wake Up Nigeria. Now, if you've been watching the show back to back, you're probably aware that we speak positively as much as we can. We do everything we can to give you the most positive vibe ever. And on Motivation Today, we're going to be talking positive thinking, harnessing positive thinking. Even though it is a little challenging in times like this, when the dollar seems to have its own dance step, it goes up, goes down, a lot of business owners don't really feel like they're even making profit at all. Today we have Gabriel Balogun, a seasoned business strategist and motivational speaker with us once again, here to sort of encourage us to start harnessing thinking for personal success.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I can see a very positive smile on your face. And this topic is one that, you know, I hope nobody is tuned away.
Well, hopefully they are not.
Okay,
right?
talk to us. How do we begin this journey of harnessing positive thinking?
Interesting question. First, I would say that I'm a big fan of psychology,
Okay.
and there is a model called, I call it the ETFE model.
Okay.
And the E stands for environment, the T stands for thoughts, the F stands for feelings, and the A stands for actions.
Okay.
Now, I believe strongly that environments will influence your thoughts. Your thoughts will shape your feeling, and your feelings will drive your actions.
Okay.
Now, if you dwell so long in a moody environment, or you listen to a sad song, or you lose someone, you are in an environment that your mind begins to think of only negative things.
Okay.
What happens is you begin to feel the negative emotions, and then that influences the things you do. You cry, you zone out, you wear black clothes, you lock yourself up. So every action you see people take is tied primarily to the environment that shapes their thinking.
Okay.
So I believe that the first step with positive thinking is not even to think positive thoughts, is to create the environment that sponsors positive thoughts, that sponsors positivity. If you have children, play with your kids. If you like to go on vacations, go for it. If you love soccer, watch soccer. If you like to swim, do those things that sort of just make you think that this is good.
Okay.
And when you do that, you begin to feel good, and then that shapes your actions.
So I feel like when you live in a place like Nigeria, it's said all over the world that they're always surprised whenever they meet Nigerians. Nigerians are always still smiling.
Yeah.
And then if you look at how the society has sort of turned out, you know that, people are in traffic all day. They've probably not made profit in the past 6 to 9 months.
True.
They probably struggled to pay school fees over the past 2 terms, but yet they still see everybody smiling. So putting a smile on your face, does that really equate to having an environment made for positive growth?
Not really. You know, the popular musician Fela said suffering and smiling, right?
Yeah.
Is it Fela? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that it goes beyond smiling. And the biggest problem with positive thinking that people say is they say, think positive thoughts. But if you do not shape where the thoughts is coming from, you would suffer. So I think that there are portions of Nigerians that are living in depression, and there's another portion that are actually living their best lives.
Okay.
What's the difference? I believe that it has a lot to do with focusing on what you can control and what you cannot control. I cannot control the weather, I cannot control dollar, I cannot control Lagos traffic. I can't control those things. Why should I focus on them? Okay. Me focusing on them will make me begin to hate myself. Why am I in this country? I need to get out and the stuff. But I can focus on my love life. I can focus on my job that is giving me a salary. Okay. I can focus on a whole lot of other things that I can control. And when I focus on those things, it literally just makes me begin to think that, yes, I can do this. I mean, I'm surviving, I'm eating, I'm drinking. I should be grateful for it. And I also think that gratitude has a way of diminishing every negative energy you have.
Gratitude.
Yes.
That's another angle completely, entirely. Being grateful for the things you have. So this is where we talk about cup half full versus cup half empty.
The debates of the Stoics.
So I've always tried to think of, the cup half full.
Yes.
But that makes me a certain type of person.
True.
Right? For those who see, a cup half empty,
yes.
Are you saying that they are more leaning towards the negative side of things?
Yes, because if you, and I say yes boldly, because if you, the cup is not really full. It's not really half full or half empty. It's your perception of it.
Okay.
Now, if you're not grateful that there is a content or there is content in the cup, you won't find out to fill it up. But every time you look at the content and you feel like this thing is diminishing, you lose gratitude. So if you're grateful for, Lord, I can take water today, and I know that if I take this water, perhaps it becomes half full again, and I'm grateful every morning for that. That sort of just makes my life better. I go out with the energy that if it's half now, I can make it full. Okay. Right? So gratitude is very important.
Okay. Now let's talk business, personal success. Now, you have someone working a 9 to 5, right? Who is in an environment where they have a boss who is constantly berating them about them not doing well. So you just said your environment sort of shapes your emotions.
Yes.
So what advice do you give to people who are probably working in that environment, that type of environment, and don't really have much of a choice but to bear with it?
Well, that sounds like a trick question. I think that you can't control your boss, right?
It's one of the things you can't control.
You can't control, yeah. You also can't control the environment the office has. However, you can control your internal environment.
Okay.
Now, this may sound all wishy-washy, but the truth is, if you really can coordinate your internal, the human mind is so powerful. The human mind is the most malleable metal, if I should use that, in the world. The mind doesn't know what is real or fake. Okay. So sometimes you have to stand up to yourself and say, shut up, I can do this for another 6 months. And while I'm telling myself, shut up, I need to do this for another 6 months, I'm planning my exit strategy. I will never advise anyone to wake up one morning and quit. The country is hard enough, right? But give yourself, pace yourself, say, I need 8 minutes. It's 8 months, I need 6 months. And in 5 months or 6 months, you're planning your exit strategy. But you wake up every day telling yourself, I can do this, I will do this. And that just does wonders for your personal self. Okay. And that's how you enjoy personal success.
So now you finally get that success, or what you perceive to be success. You have a certain amount of money in your account. You know, you have family, friends around you. Maybe you can take a vacation once every 2 years. You're feeling good about yourself, right? But there are still some people that still have a negative mindset, even with all those things.
Yeah, that's gratitude, really.
Okay.
I think that if you cannot appreciate whatever God you serve, I'm a Christian, so I believe in God. If you cannot appreciate God for what you have, you would lose what you have quickly.
Okay.
Because you would live in a never-ending cycle of, I must get more, I must get more, I must get more. And that would really kill you and kill the relationships that you have. So you have to always be thankful. Okay. It's the very first step to living positively.
Okay.
Thankful for everything. Thankful for a whole lot of other things. Another thing I think people need to understand is that you need to stop living for yourself.
Okay.
And start living for others. People are depressed because they are thinking of themselves too much.
Okay.
You can, if you understand that there are a lot of lives attached to yours. My mom, my sister, my brother, the beggar down the road who I give 500 naira or 300 naira to, or 10 naira to. You step out of yourself and realize that I have to do this because there are so many people attached to me.
Yeah.
So that helps break that mentality of it is for me alone. If you're so self-centered, you cannot be positive because you're thinking of yourself.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is powerful. That is powerful. There are a lot of livelihoods tied to you doing your job the right way, and the only way you can do your job the right way is if you stay positive, no matter how much your salary has been slashed, no matter how much traffic you went through that morning.
True, really true.
But yeah, gratitude and harnessing positive thinking is, you know, something for you to minute for today. We'll be tweeting that sometime soon. And hopefully this is a nugget you can take out with you for the rest of the week. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Your opinion is very valuable to us. Use the hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know what you think. A big thank you to you again, Gabriel, for being with us on the show.
Beautiful.
Well, we have something spicy in the kitchen.
Okay.
Would you like to have a taste?
I would have to say no to that.
You want to say no?
Yeah.
With all the positive thinking that we just, I know the gratitude we just said. All right, well, join us in the kitchen.
Yeah, I will.
Let's join us in the kitchen. All right, then. Now it's a morning of firsts.
I'm just thankful that the cameras didn't come to us 5 seconds earlier. Because I was complimenting our chef about her aura. It's so positive. I love it.
Yeah, so
Yes, I like.
what do we have here?
Yes,
Here
indeed.
we have chicken pepper soup, garnished with carrots and macaroni.
Yes, of course. And we have some plantains and all manner of things. It looks really... Mazino has...
Gabriel, are you sure about this?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
fasting. Look at this.
So you're fasting, yes?
Yes.
Okay, all right, we understand.
Mazino will help you take.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Jesus.
Mazino, Winfrey, support your sister now.
I'm supporting you. Shouldn't be eating at this time. of the
Wow.
I will taste it and I will let you know what it tastes like.
What I miss, right?
Eh?
Yes, exactly.
Wow.
Some macaroni in there. There's
Yeah.
carrots and ooh,
Yeah, there's all sorts in there.
all sorts of
So it's
everything
chicken
in there.
pepper soup, essentially.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
It feels like a
I hope
casserole,
it's not
actually.
I
hot.
say it's a chicken pepper soup meal.
It's a meal,
Yeah,
all right.
so it's chicken pepper soup meal.
So-
But I think don't go, you're
It
definitely
looks very hot. I'm scared.
Don't be afraid.
Don't worry.
What?
Okay.
There we go.
All right, enjoy. What do you think? Yeah. The power of positive thinking.
It's nice, right?
Thank you so much for joining us. While he has his mouth full,
Yeah.
we can wrap up the show.
Yes, we totally do. Absolutely can.
7 a.m. tomorrow morning, we will be back with another action-packed episode of Wake Up Nigeria. We
Thank
can't
you
wait
so
to see
much,
you.
yeah, for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.